SERAFINA and the Splintered Heart, Chapter 3. Loose earth poured down around her head and shoulders, collapsing onto her faster than she could dig it away. She felt the pressing weight of it all around her, closing in on her, trapping her legs, but she kept clawing, kicking, squirming away, blindly up through the darkness, desperately trying to pull gasps of air through the fabric covering her face. She felt the material pushing deeper and deeper into her mouth as the dirt pressed in, gagging her, shutting off the flow of air to her aching lungs. Then she heard a fast scratching sound above her, like the frenzied digging of an animal. She hoped that Gideon, Braden's dog, was trying to rescue her. But a terrible, low, growling sound told her it wasn't her canine friend. Whatever kind of creature it was, the beast's claws tore at the earth, ripping away with terrific power. Was it a bear digging up its supper? It didn't matter. She had to keep climbing. She had to breathe. Sharp claws raked across her upstretched hands. SERAFINA shrieked in pain, but she grabbed hold of the beast's paw. Gotcha! She held on for dear life. The force of the paw yanked her body up through the ground. The snarling beast jerked its paws again, trying to free itself of her, yanking and pulling, but SERAFINA held on tight. When her head finally broke the surface of the ground, she sucked in a mighty gasp of air, flooding her lungs with new life. Air! She finally had air! She lost her grip on the beast's paw and it pulled away, but she clambered out of the dirt until her shoulders and arms were finally free. Hope filled her heart. She'd made it. She'd escaped. But as she reached up and pulled the fabric from her head, she heard a loud, roaring snarl, and the claws came down at her again, raking across her scalp just as she tried to duck away. Clutching wildly at the earth with her hand, she quickly scrambled out of the grave and got up onto her hands and knees to defend herself. She had crawled out of the ground into a moonlit graveyard, overgrown by a dense forest of trees and vines. A large stone angel, with her wings raised up around her, stood on a pedestal in the center of the clearing. SERAFINA had no idea how she'd gotten here, but she knew this place. It was the angel's glade. But before she could take it all in, she heard something behind her and she spun around. A black panther was coming straight toward her, crouched low for the lunge, its ears pinned back, its face quivering with fierceness as it opened its mouth and hissed with its long fangs, bared and gleaming, ready to bite.